Hello, my very, very dear Scorpios. This is your reading for the week of May 25th, or when you hear it and it resonates. Scorpio, the first thing, I always work with Spirit and say, what's the best thing that we can offer the collective for this week coming? And this is what I have for you. So they were showing me you looking at a rope, a really big, thick rope. And it's actually one of those dreamlike images where it's attached to your ankle, but at the same time, it's not attached to your ankle. That's important, they're telling me, because it is you feeling caught by something that you do not have to feel caught by. It is by your own perception. It's not just perception. It's by your own way of dealing with it that can increase that feeling that you are caught by it, but you're not. And what they're showing me is this. One of your great gifts, Scorpio, is that you can get to the bottom of things. You can research details. You can analyze things to the degree that you understand perhaps layers. The thing is, when there is a lot of fear that's associated with whatever's going on, or if you're resonating still with a lot of defensive energy, what can happen is when you're looking at the rope, you'll start peeling the rope apart before you untie it off your ankle. So it's literally like you're looking at the fibers, but it's the very fact that you're looking at the fibers and peeling it apart that means you can't undo the knot. So in other words, you're going into much more detail than you need to in certain things. And in going into so much detail, what it does is it actually keeps you attached to the situation. What they're saying here is, and I feel this is for some of you, something specific that you are going through right now. And what Spirit is saying is, you can take a chance on the fact that God has this, that God is looking over your shoulder, that no matter what you do, God is loving you, period. Why is that important? That's important because the other image they gave me in conjunction with the rope was this. I need help with this one. The feeling that I'm getting with this and the image that I'm getting with this is that while some of you will be so concerned with the detail of it, that you pull that in and it's here within you. Say it's within your bubble of energy. You pull it in and you're looking at it from here, like it's way close up. And it prevents you from being able to see that you can just untie the knot and let it go. That's part of how you can look at the detail. You can be so obsessed with the detail, so overly concerned with detail, that it creates this sense of almost being trapped with it in your energy. Now, the second thing is, what that does is it prevents you from connecting with your deep self. You may feel like it, but if what you're doing is within yourself, you're dealing with all of this schmozzle. What Spirit is saying is, if you can just move that away from you a little bit so that you can reconnect with your own self, with your inner being, so that you feel really, really connected to your divine center. Because what happens is your personality ego, the figuring out the logic part, can pull you out of that expanded energy of higher consciousness, of wisdom, of divine wisdom, of all of that, and also the creative energy. It can pull you out of observer position, which is central and lined up to your ultrasonic core of energy, and it can pull you into the personality energy. Now, the reason we want you in the ultrasonic core of energy is because that is the divine essence that comes into you, that runs up through all of your chakras and feeds them. If you get stuck in this part where you're trying to figure it out, it kind of stops everything from flowing smoothly, so you're not getting all of the information that each chakra can give you, because each chakra is responsible for supporting a polarity of emotions. And within that, there is the ability to really gain layers and layers and layers of higher information, rather than just layers and layers and layers of deeper information. See the difference? One is allowing you to see it from a big picture with full awareness. The other is like a laser-like focus that can take you out of your expanded awareness. So for those of you who are perhaps in that state right now, understand that if you are feeling isolated and alone with the problem, the place to go is to yourself inside, to that place that is not about the problem, not about figuring out the problem, but about being in alignment with good, with higher values, with your higher consciousness, with your sense of feeling good. If you can't feel good about the situation, find something else to feel good about. Again, I'll refer you to Rick Hanson, Dr. Rick Hanson, Hanson. He works with positive neuroplasticity, and that's very helpful for you because Scorpio, you've got such a clever mind, and you've got a mind that is able to really, really dig deep and understand deep. What we want now is to balance that out so that doesn't become the place you stay. It's the place we tend to go when we're afraid, when we're operating from fear. And please remember that fear doesn't have to be first and foremost in our conscious mind. It can be a fear that we've grown up with that is so integrated into the foundation of our personality that we don't even identify it as fear. So you're being told, God is loving you, Scorpio. You can be really hard on yourself. And if you can't figure things out, that can be the kind of thing that makes you even harder on yourself. And when you're hard on yourself, you separate yourself from your true essence. This is not where we want you to go. We want you to be in your full magnificent essence, because really, literally, this is again, I'm seeing this heart center as just this really brilliant, beautiful. No, it's not brilliant, they're showing me. It's not brilliant. It's very solid and it's very colorful, but it's not brilliant. It's just stable and deep and colorful in this beautiful, beautiful purple energy. Normally I tend to see, well, no, it's not normal. It varies from day to day, depending upon the reading, but I will often see green as the heart's expanding. In your case, I'm seeing this as purple is expanding your heart, and it is a deep, deep purple. It's spectacular. I'm going to leave you with that, because for me, purple energy of that nature, that is definitely higher guidance. That is higher consciousness. Scorpio, many of you have come in with a really, really higher consciousness. Don't know why. It seems to be in the Scorpio realm, but it is. This is where you are really getting to tune into that and work with the frequency that your soul has guided you towards working with in this life. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that, my dears. Much love. Take care.